Hello, this is your host, Bugs Bunny in the channel Batao Yaar, and we have a new character today, who's our guest. Um, she wants to be called Ladybug.
Not a ladybug.
Yeah.
It's a ladybird.
Oh, Ladybird. Oh,
Thank
I
you.
beg my pardon. Beg your pardon, actually. But okay, Ladybird. Um, we're probably going to speak about um, the current scenario, what is playing out in Eastern Europe. We probably all know that Russia has invaded Ukraine in the last 24 hours. What do you have to say about that, Mrs. Bird?
That was a very what should I say? That was a very um unconvincing Mrs. Bird.
Okay, so should I call you Lady then?
Yes, please. That would
All
be
right,
much
Lady.
better. Yes, thank you so much.
What do you think about this lady?
Can you please repeat the question? Because you said, can you please, what do you have to say about this lady?
No, I said, what do you? There's a lot going on in the eastern part of Europe. Russia has now invaded Ukraine. Do you have any thoughts to share with our audience?
Um, First of all, I think it's very sad what Russia have done because I think the world has
You can
moved
speak a
on.
little bit loud.
Because I think the world has moved on from being an imperialistic um, um, globe where
Do you think that's
nations with imperialistic designs could thrive. The world has improved, I would say, much matured in the
it has
way that
matured?
it has matured, I would say, because the civilians, as in we, as in very ordinary human beings who are just working very hard for living, um,
Hmm.
they are much more aware of what's happening. They're more aware of their rights. They're more aware of the political agendas,
Hmm.
even though um, America has pulled um, war in the past in
Hmm.
Iraq and Afghanistan in the name of terrorism and
Hmm.
in the name of
Hmm.
in the name of you know we are teaching the savages, we are teaching the backward people who know nothing, and so culturally backward people. So I would say that the average human being on earth is much more smarter.
Do you think that we have gone past the imperialistic agenda, or was it just that Europe and the states had gone past it? Because, to be really honest, we just because I don't think anybody had done this what Russia had just done to Ukraine. So nobody had done this to the democratic countries in the world compared to um, what the West has done in the last 20, 30 years to the East.
Mm.
So do you think has the world really moved on, or was the West just lulled into this fallacy? Really um, become more civil than before, given what's happened in Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, Syria, and on and on. Um, don't you think it's just that because Russia is doing it now? Uh, do you think that there's some sort of bigotry going on?
Well, bigotry will always be connected with imperialistic powers.
Hmm. But you
I
said that the world has gone past imperialistic powers.
I don't think so. They will always try. This is what I think. They will always try, and uh,
Hmm.
it's a very weird thing because I think at the root of it, um, all the leaders, they want to leave a legacy. This is what Putin is doing now. He just wants to leave a legacy, and it is very, very selfish. And they're trying to revive Soviet Union.
Do you
But
think that? Do you really think that they're trying to revive the Soviet Union?
yes, I think so. I think he has been in power for many, many years, and it is almost the end of his rule, and he's just trying to make his mark on history. This is what I personally believe, and I also believe that this Russia might pull it off if Europe doesn't come in between. But the Russia won't stop here.
Don't you think?
No, no, no. Why would Russia stop here?
So Russia just invaded Ukraine,
Yes.
and it's probably. Do you think it's not going to stop here? Do you think it's going to continue and recreate the Soviet Union like it did before?
Can't really recreate the Soviet Union. For Soviet Union to revive itself, Russia would need the time to actually invade the rest of Europe, which won't happen unless and until Russia actually threatens the UK. And until Russia threatens the UK, no one is going to do anything. Interestingly, I had a conversation with a Polish woman like today, and she felt very, very concerned. She's an immigrant, and she felt very concerned because she thought that the history is repeating itself. She was of the view that just like before, just before Second World War, all the superpowers, they're just sitting and waiting. They betrayed Poland before. They're going to betray Poland again because Poland borders with Russia, and she felt really very concerned about it. But history does repeat itself. Russia was the superpower many years ago, and
But Russia isn't a
most
superpower today.
probably-
Don't you think?
sorry,
Don't you think Russia is a superpower right now?
but
And may I say, personally speaking,
Um,
I'm
I
of a
think
job
that
today.
all the countries which enjoyed really prosperous kingdom rules, they are imperialist nations. They will always try to find out their stability. They will try to branch out. And this is what Russia is doing, just like America done so. And he has tried in many different countries, Vietnam, then you have Iraq, then you have Afghanistan, then you have Syria, I believe so, because of the foreign state agents. They destabilize the region,
Yeah.
and then they say that, we have come to help.
But do you think right now, do you think Russia is going to... So Russia's invading Ukraine from 3 sides. Do you think they'll continue?
Dig in. We'll get to you as quickly as we can. but you're
If
gonna have
the
to
world
hold
just
that area.
stays silent, yes, they will.
And do you think they'll continue to go back and... or do you think they'll stop? As right now, there was news that Russians are ready to... how may I say, to negotiate with Ukraine. Do you think they're going to stop after they get there? What do you think Putin wants? You said they want to recreate the Soviet borders, but do you think that is true, or do you think that is just another, that's kind of a deception, that they want the world to think that Russia wants that, but they want something else?
What else can they want?
Like something else, like for example, recreating Soviet borders is absolutely, it's unbelievable, isn't it? It's very difficult. So they probably would be looking probably the world might be thinking, oh well, they want this, but actually, in actuality, they probably wouldn't want that.
What are you proposing? What
That they might want something less.
Yes, sorry, I'm not following you.
Well, I'm actually a bit distracted because I'm being fired on from 20 different directions. They might want something like, a buffer. Ukraine being a buffer and Ukraine not joining NATO. Because what the Russians are saying is,
That's the words of a bully. That's simply the words of a bully. If they do not want Ukraine to be a part of NATO, even then they're being bullied, just like America have been bullied and UK have been a bully for centuries. So it is just another imperialistic nation trying to branch out. That's what I think. And I think Russia feels ready for it.
do you think Russia feels ready for it?
Yeah.
Again.
Keep your chins up. We're on our way to get you.
That is true in a way.
Enemy forces
Russia
approaching.
wouldn't.
Get
Russia
ready.
are just out of the Cold War. Russia wouldn't risk anything. I know Russians are crazy. Yes, there is no doubt.
Not
that
all Russians, I hope.
No, the Russians are crazy. Yes, in a way.
All Russians, you mean?
No, as a nation, I think the country we live in, or the nationality we belong to, one of the nationalities we belong to, is very emotional nation. And every nation has different characteristics. Russians are crazy. Yes, they're very, very hardworking.
But do you think they're
They-
passionate rather than using the word crazy?
Yes, they are passionate. Yes, to put in a more euphemistic way, yes, they are passionate. They are very hardworking, and they're used to living in hardships. So it's not new to them, I would say. So they're ready for it.
Heads up. Here they come. What magnificent work.
Alright.
Has an operation ever been completed to such
I've completed the mission, but on the other hand, we had lovely insights from our lovely
Not
guest.
Mrs. Bad. Don't say that. Don't
from
you dare
from,
saying Mrs. Bad.
from Ladybird,
Yes,
and
please,
she
thank
thinks the summary is that she thinks that Russians are very passionate, hardworking, a bit crazy, as she said. That's her words, and they'll try to continue to recreate Soviet borders and how the height of strength where Russia was in the Soviet time. Putin is trying to go there rather than
He's
try
trying to leave his
aim.
mark, I would say.
Well, he is trying to leave his mark. Yes.
It's a very big statement to say that Russia is trying to recreate Soviet borders. It's a really big statement. But this conflict does have the potential to blow out of proportions.
How do you think it would blow out of proportions?
How do I think it would blow out of proportions?
If you play less Age of Empires and Ladybird, if you play less Age of Empires and
You were
focus on
playing
the
your
answer.
game. You were playing your game. I am playing my own game.
All right.
I made food for you. You're fed now. You're fed now.
Is that a
So
very
I
nice
have-
thing to say on live?
Of course it
okay,
is. You
on
can't
live
really
streaming.
say this.
All right.
I made nice food for you,
Okay.
and you're all fed and nice.
Okay,
and
let's come back to
yeah.
the question. The question
yeah.
is,
So you want me to come back to the question now?
please do come back to the answer rather than the question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what the question was? Probably not. All right, so you're not interested. All right, guys. So our guest thinks that Russia will continue, and even after they've gone to the negotiation tables a couple of probably hours ago, they'll still continue and they might create Ukraine as a buffer state, or they might even continue and attack other countries. But if they do attack other countries, we have to think about what Lady Bird was thinking, but she probably didn't say it out loud, that it will escalate if Russia touches a NATO country, because in I think it was Article 15, Article 5, suggests that it needs a military response from all members. So if Russia touches any of the other NATO members, it's automatic war, and then it's World War III. I will leave you at that morose, sad note, and I hope we'll see you in the next couple of streams where I'll be playing different games. Either probably you'll see me playing Battlefield, or you'll see me playing Chivalry, or or FIFA, or probably I'll buy another one and play in that
No,
game.
you don't have the money to buy another one.
Well, I actually don't. I'm poor.
You're completely broken.
Okay.
So you
alright.
can't really say I'll buy another one.
I think to just
Your
safeguard.
audience, you need to be very honest with the audience.
So my safeguarding my dignity here now. I'm gonna end this, and I'm gonna see you guys later.
Goodbye, guys. It was nice, lovely talking to you.
See ya. Bye.